welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Honor. We're back after I defeated the flu. That's why we didn't have an episode last week, but we're here and we picked a great week to resume because our tag titles were defended. We had three title matches tonight. That is insane. But other than that, there was so much else that happened, so let's review episode number 47 of Ring of Honor TV. So first we start off with a Billy Starks promo. Starks does not understand why Nyla Rose would attack Athena, and she wants revenge. Lexi Nair tries to calm her down by telling her to take a deep breath and focus on the eight-woman tag later in the night. Stark says that the boss wants her to go after the Ring of Honor Women's Television Championship. We know that's the new title that's coming. Don't know when, but it's coming. And that is exactly what she is going to do. She continues to have a breakdown and cries to Nair, saying that she wants to kick Rose's head in. Nair comforts her while saying that everything is going to be fine. Now, if you guys don't know this, I have a feud going on with Nyla Rose. Her and I tend to bicker a lot on Twitter, so I currently have a poll on my Twitter actually saying who I should root for in this feud between Nyla Rose and Athena because I'm confused. But the other thing I'm going to say is, as it was reported today, Supercard of Honor is supposed to take place WrestleMania weekend, which is very exciting because I was actually told by a bunch of talent that it wasn't happening. So I'm very glad Tony Khan changed his mind. But I'm assuming that's where this match will take place. But I'm liking this feud. I just don't know who I should root for, but loving this feud. We start out with my frenemy Nyla Rose wrestling Erica Lee. She's squashing her opponents on the way to gold as Rose gets the win. Then, for the first time in 6 months, yes, that is 6 months, our Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships were defended because Taven and Bennett are bringing the prestige back to those titles. Now, I have to say this because, like, I work with Adam Cole sometimes, so I'm like friends with the devil. So, hell yeah. Um, I was honestly a little shocked that the Kingdom dominated most of this match. If you've been watching Ring of Honor for a while, you know that Bronson and Boulder have been very dominated on Ring of Honor TV. So I was kind of shocked that like they didn't get a lot of offense. And you know, they've been on Collision a couple times and they've gotten more offense than they had in this match. But the Kingdom pick up the win, and let's just hope I don't have to go another 6 months without seeing these titles defended on Ring of Honor TV. Next, we had Rachel Ellering, Robin Renegade, Taya Valkyrie, and Layla Hirsch promo. So I was a little confused as to why this was a team because Hirsch and Ellering are faces, like they're a baby faces. Valkyrie and Renegade are the heels. Billy Starks is technically a heel, and she's on the babyface team. I don't understand it. Anyway, Renegade says that she hates her team and trashes all of the members and says that she is going to show out in this match and she does not care what anyone else in the match does. Valkyrie says that the agenda remains the same and that she is going to get the Ring of Honor Women's TV title and tells Hirsch to fix her attire. She was decked out in all Eagles gear, and Hirsch says that Valkyrie needs to fix her hair. Okay. Again, I don't know why this was a team, but you do you, Tony Khan. Next, we had Claudio Castagnoli versus Brian Keys, and this was very exciting because Claudio Castagnoli decided to bless us with his appearance on Ring of Honor TV. This match was fantastic. It's actually my like match of the night, and if Keith is not signed to any sort of AEW deal, I'm assuming he is, but if he's not, I hope that changed after this matchup. This match got a lot of time. It was a great back and forth between a veteran as in Castagnoli and a newcomer within Ring of Honor with Keith. And I know that he's not technically a newbie because they very much emphasized on commentary that Keith has been doing this for 14 years, but still, he's new to this era of Ring of Honor. So yay. Um, After the match was over, Castagnoli offered the Code of Honor, but instead Keith nodded his cowboy hat to show respect, and Claudio Castagnoli gets the win. So I'm actually kind of intrigued. Like, are we gonna see Claudio more now? Like, is that what's gonna happen? I thought he was gonna be on AEW a little bit more, but again, love having Claudio here. Next, we had our eight-woman tag. We had Ellering, Renegade, Valkyrie, and Hirsch versus Billy Starks, Queen Aminata, Kiera Hogan, and Lady Frost. Yeah, again, don't really understand the teams, but you do you, Tony. Um, so first of all, seeing eight women in a Ring of Honor match is, I think, a huge deal, meaning where the Ring of Honor Women's Division was like in 2021 when Maria really started this to now, amazing. And this match was really fun. All eight women got the opportunity to shine as they keep proving why they should be the first Ring of Honor Women's Television Champion. I'm going to assume that all eight of these women are going to be involved in the said tournament, plus a couple others. Like Red Velvet, I know is making a case. I'm going to assume either Diamante or Mercedes is going to be in that as well. Maybe Layla Gray, maybe two or three others. I really don't know, but I'm going to assume that. After the match was over, Abaddon appeared. We saw them lurking around last week, and they made their appearance known this week as well. So it looks like they will also be in that tournament. And they're a dark horse, to be honest with you. I think they actually have a fair shot to win this thing. But all the faces get the win, as in Starks, Aminata, Hogan, and Frost. Next, we have an Action on Andrade promo. Andrade says that he is hydrated and ready to go for his match later on in the night. He's wrestling Vikingo. Top Flight comes riding in on a golf cart to hype their friend up as all three of them drive away excited for the main event. Next, we had Butcher and Blade versus Top Flight, and one of my biggest pet peeves is when they change locations halfway through the Ring of Honor episode. So, literally, the first half of this episode took place at the Collision taping in Virginia this past weekend, and then the second half of this took place at Daly's place. Why? Like, I hate when they do that. I think it just from a production standpoint, I just feel like it looks sloppy. Like, stick to one location. Anyway. The one thing I will say about this match is that the crowd was heavily invested throughout the entire thing, which was very nice to see because, the one thing that we could say about the Collision crowd is usually these matches take place after Collision's over. It's like 10, 11 o'clock and everyone's very tired, so the crowd's not always there, but the crowd was very, very apparent within this one. I was hoping that Top Flight was actually going to go after AEW Tag Team Gold when both of them like return, but it looks like they have other plans. Maybe they'll go after Taven and Bennett. But they got the huge win here, so looks like they're doing something with them. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if like maybe that's match of Supercard of Honor, them versus the Kingdom. Next, we have Serpentico versus Mark Briscoe, and it's always great seeing Mark Briscoe in Ring of Honor, especially for the first time in 6 months because he was hurt. He was supposed to be on Death Before Dishonor, and then he got injured. I thought this match was a little too long, especially because if you've been watching Ring of Honor TV, Serpentico has been more on the losses side, and he really dominated this match. So I like it just didn't make sense, right? Um, Briscoe got the win here. The two exchanged the code of honor. I don't think Briscoe's gonna like stay in Ring of Honor. I think there's more of a use for him on AEW anyway, but it was nice to see him. So that was cool. Next, we had a Nyla Rose promo, and my frenemy upon frenemy. Unbelievable. So Lexi asked why she attacked Athena, and she says that after meeting with Athena, she has proclaimed herself as the new minion overlord. Rose says that she is in Ring of Honor. Now that she is in Ring of Honor, she wanted to make a statement, which is why she attacked Athena, and she didn't want to wait around. She wanted to prove like why she is one of the best women in Ring of Honor. And she says the next time Athena shows up, she'll make another statement until she wins the Ring of Honor Women's Championship as she begins the hunt for Billy Starks. This is gonna be very interesting. I'm excited for this feud. If there's one thing that Nyla's very good at, it's making her feuds very entertaining. And I feel like with the whole like mem and minion and training stuff, this is gonna be really good. So very excited. Next, we had Diamante versus Dream Girl and Ellie. Diamante's on a roll. Like I said earlier, I think that she is going to be in that tournament for the Ring of Honor Women's TV title, and she gets to win here. Next was the segment of the night. Oh my God. They tweeted. Just go to Ring of Honor's Twitter to like see this video because I'm not gonna do it justice in describing to you what happened. So Johnny says that he is not going to have his match with Dalton Castle. He called him like a makeshift Macho Man Randy Savage. It was very funny. Then Castle screams, "How could you say no?" and throws a piece of cheese at Valkyrie. And like Valkyrie was using Lexi as kind of a protective shield. Castle and Johnny fight throughout the entire arena. Remember, they're in Daly's place at this point. And he locks himself in a room. Nair chases after Castle. So they're both like sitting on the floor out of breath. And Castle says that Johnny took everything from him and all he wants is to smash Johnny's face in. They sit outside the room. As Castle says, he has to get out of the room at some point, right? So this was very well done. This feud's gonna be absolutely incredible if they just do segments like this. I'm gonna assume the big payoff match is going to be at the pay-per-view. I feel like they can hold this out till April, just doing many things like this. And then Castle could even get one of the woman to be a tag partner, do a mixed tag. So there's a lot of stuff that they could do. So I'm very, very excited to see how this plays out. Next, we had our World Television Championship, as I'm going to ask why Christopher Daniels has a match on Ring of Honor TV. Why? Like, there's like if you've seen like the last two defenses he's given, and Helico and Willie Mack, people who fit that. Why? I just don't understand why Daniels has to wrestle. I don't get it. Fletcher dominated most of this match, so I was pretty happy about that. As he's now on a three-match win streak, and I'm very glad the TV title is being defended more. I think that was one of the very many complaints about Joe, is when he kind of like shifted onto AEW, he wasn't defending the title. And now the TV title is being defended every week, just like it should be. So Kyle Fletcher retains in a somewhat good matchup. Ethan Page cuts a promo next. He says that after his big win at Final Battle, he was ready to finally finish the promise he made to his daughter and win some gold. He calls out Kyle Fletcher and says he is coming after the television title. He says that even though Fletcher's in the Don Callis family, he respects that Fletcher has come to Ring of Honor solo. And if you've watched any defense, no one from the Don Callis family showed up, and he hopes it remains that way. He will be keeping an eye on Fletcher in the next couple weeks. So I don't know if you could pretty much hold this out until the pay-per-view. Maybe you do like a mini Ethan Page feud, and then like you do Ethan Page versus Kyle Fletcher at the pay-per-view. But that's going to be a really good match, and I really actually hope that Ethan Page wins because I feel like, I think Davis is returning soon anyway to reunite Aussie Open, but I like this. This was good. And for our main event, we had Vikingo versus Action Andretti. This match was really good. Andretti and Vikingo have a very similar fast-paced style, so you knew don't blink during this match or you're gonna miss something. Vikingo and Andretti share the code of honor as Vikingo celebrates his huge win. And I don't really know what they're gonna do with Andretti because they kept on hinting that like they were gonna go after the six-man titles, but like are they gonna go after the BCC or are they gonna go after the acclaimed? There's also people that are saying they're gonna combine the six-man titles, which is gonna make my brain explode. So I really hope they don't do that. But yeah, that's Ring of Honor TV. I love the fact that we had three title defenses on this week's episode, even if one of them was not a Ring of Honor title, because obviously one of them is a AAA Mega Championship. I thought that it was okay. Like it wasn't the best episode, it wasn't the worst. Feels like all the focus on that new women's TV title, so I'm excited to see where we're going with that. And let's just hope the World Tag Team titles are being defended more. So next week, I'm actually going to be in Miami because I'm going on the Jericho cruise. So there will not be an episode next week. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks when we review episode number 49. We're almost at 50 Ring of Honor episodes. That is absolutely insane. But thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed.